Hi guys, Tom Morrison here, and I want to take you through some of the pros and cons of the pigeon stretch. For those of you that don't know, this is the pigeon stretch. So it's probably the most common stretch to try and hit the glutes with, but you have to be careful with it because if you personally don't have the adequate amount of hip range of motion for external rotation in your hip, then you are actually going to crank on your knee instead. So if one joint doesn't have enough mobility, it will rob it from somewhere else. And like I said, all that pressure is then going to go to your knee. So if you can't quite get that right angle that is suggested that you should do the pose in, just have your knee back a little bit more like this. Instead of trying to get that right angle position here, just bring that foot back a little bit. If you feel that stretch around your glute, then that's enough for you. You can start to play in this position then as well. So if you just drop yourself down and move yourself around left and right, and I especially like to reach the same side that I'm stretching, that hand as far away as I can as well. And you can sit up in that position as well. So like I said, don't be trying to aim for that full-on right angle position if you cannot attain that position, okay? If it does not feel comfortable, do not do it. Another variation you could have would be the elevated pigeon, and that's whenever you put your leg on something like a bench, like that, and you can actually then start to drop this hip down a little bit lower. So it's quite a nice variation again as well, but again, make sure you have the adequate range of motion before trying it. If you do find that stretch in any way uncomfortable, I would say to work on your external hip rotation in something like the 90-90 position, which is so that's something that's a little bit more comfortable and something that you're going to be more likely to spend more time in and play with as well. So if you work at that position and then use the pigeon stretch as a test to see if you're actually getting any improvement out of it as well. So if you are going to really spend time on your mobility, at least 3 to 5 minutes working on one sort of drill and see if it has actually made a difference. And then again, when you feel you have made a difference and you can use the pigeon stretch, how much more do you need? So if you're just squatting, deadlifting, things like that there, if you can do those movements comfortably, that's as far as you really need to go. You can sort of play with it a bit, but don't obsess about it too much, okay?